I not hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? So you gotta have the right mindset. You gotta have the mindset of what the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, the same mindset that the Most High is in. He's going to destroy these wicked nations that have destroyed the so-called Mayan, Aztec, Native American, and Incan people, man. And the so-called black man, the so-called Negro, man. We are the Israelites. We are the true Jews. The so-called black men are the true Jews, man. The Levites and Benjamites are the true Jews, okay? And we are the so-called blacks, okay? And the so-called Israel is the so-called Hispanics, Native American people, man, whose people are oppressed just like ours, right? See, but our people have to have understanding in these last days, not continuing the ways of wickedness. So it says what? He preserveth not the life of the wicked. So the Most High God don't preserve the life of the wicked. They that work wickedness. They that believe that man can lay with man and woman can lay with woman, and hey, the laws are done away with. Hey, the Most High called those people wicked, man. And those are the children of disobedience. Even our own people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, our own people, they believe in such things, man. Even though their people have been destroyed by people who brought this understanding, right? So it says what? He preserved not the life of the wicked, but give right to the poor. So the Most High gonna give us our right, man. See, but the wicked has taken away our rights day in and day out, okay? It says in verse 7, he withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but the kings are they on the throne. Yeah, he doeth establish them forever, and they are exalted. You see there? Most High, he gonna establish us. We the true kings of the earth, man. We are the righteous, okay? And it says his eyes don't depart from us, man. So he always watching us, man. He see the things that we go through. He see the fact that we are buffeted for righteousness. He sees that we are buffeted for righteousness, okay? And for his name's sake, and therefore he keeping watch over us. So therefore we gotta have understanding on how to see when that good cometh to us, man. We gotta see when that good cometh. We understand those things, and we keep those that's why we keep that judgment in our minds. We keep that faith that Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah is going to watch over us until the end, man. He's going to watch over us until he delivers us, man. And it says, and if they be bound in fetters and be holden in cords of affliction, then he showeth them their work. So we bound in fetters, we bound in cords of affliction, you know. We got to pay damn bills to our enemies, man. And they raise up the bills however they see fit, right? And then you got to go to your other enemy, right? It's just like you running from a damn bear to a lion to a snake to a bear to a lion to a snake. Hey, it's watch, rinse, and repeat for all of our generations, man. So it says what? And if they be bound in fetters, what nation of people are bound in fetters? What nation of people are being destroyed day in and day out? Okay? The Israelites, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man is being destroyed day in and day out. It says, then he showeth them their work in their transgressions that they have exceeded. He openeth their ear to discipline and commandeth that they return from iniquity. It says, if they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasures. So if you turn and obey, you know, so affliction fall upon you forever, right? Affliction and offenses are upon us forever, right? But at the same time, you have to be buffeted for righteousness, for keeping the law, statutes, commandments, for the sake of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, not for your own faults, not for sitting up here, going out here being a damn idiot, okay, and getting killed in the street, getting murdered, all right, signing all types of damn credit card notes where you ain't got no sure understanding of your future and what should come in your future, okay? You sitting up here doing all these wicked things, looking up on your brother and on your brother's woman, and now you getting shot and killed, you know, defiling yourself with man, and then you catching AIDS and HIV, all these types of things. When you get buffeted for those things, that's for your faults. But when you be buffeted for righteousness' sake, and let's go ahead and just get it, man. This is 1 Peter. This is 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 2. And it's chapter 1 and 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21. It says, for even here too were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that we should follow his steps. So Salakia, let's go back to verse 20. It says, for what glory is it if ye be buffeted for your faults? Ye shall take it patiently. It says, but if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with Yahweh. It says, for even here too were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps. So, hey, man, when you depart from sin, you're going to make yourself a prey, man. You're going to make yourself a prey when you depart from sin. Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 16. And it says, and I saw that there was no man and wondered. Salakia, let's go to 15. It says, yeah, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. So you make yourself a prey out here, and and the Lord hates that there is no judgment. But this is our lot, man. This is what happens when you turn and go against the wicked, man. When you go against and you stand up and defend righteousness, man. When you stand up to defend righteousness and to defend, you got Israelite brothers who married to the enemy. You got Israelite brothers who are married to the enemy. When you bringing out knowledge and you contended with them that don't keep the law, they're going to destroy you, man. They're going to want to kill you. They have hatred in their heart when you speak about the righteousness of the scriptures, man. You know, they're gonna contend with you. And look, they will have it that we get put to death in these last days, man. When you talk about how man land with man and woman land with woman, that's wrong. And then look, the people who establish that type of understanding, they want to have you killed. This is the truth, man. You know? So when you stand up for righteousness, you stand up for what is good and what is acceptable and righteous, then you are getting put to death out here. These are the things that we ought to be destroyed for, man. And you know what? And these are the things that we ought to be oppressed for, not for our faults, man. Not for our faults, not for carrying on and doing everything that's against the scripture and then running out here when you getting buffeted. You're like, man, you know, it's messed up, man. We need to stand for something. We need to Black Wall Street. And you start saying all these things that you ain't got no understanding on, man. You know? So let's go back to Job. This is Job chapter 36 and verse 9. Then showeth them their work. So he show you your work, man. He's showing you what you're doing that's wrong. That's what we out here for. We out here to show you your work, and that is wrong, right? And it says, he openeth also their ear to discipline. Now we teach you how to work discipline, how to have understanding, how to do that is right and good and acceptable. Right? And commanded that they return from iniquity. Turn from wanting to sleep with your own brother's wife, man. And I ain't talking about your blood brother. Well, hey, we all are blood through the truth, if we speaking plainly. But Israel, they simple, man. They simple. Israel think that they only know their grandpa, their father, and then them, that's it. They don't think about the generations that they come through. Israel is that damn stupid, man. They don't consider that. Black people and Native Americans got a little, they got a little bit more sense on that. But I'm talking about mainly black Judites and Benjamites and Levites, man. They don't have that understanding. They sitting up here thinking on goddamn Dan I can't think of the other tribe, man, but in Ephraim as well, man. The so-called Puerto Rican. They just think about them, their dad, the current generation, their dad and their grandfather, and that's it. They don't think about the fact that their ancestry runs way back, man. We don't think about those things, man. But it says what? it says, if they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasures. So that we're going to have the kingdom, basically, that he's going to establish when he says Yahweh Shah, all right, to destroy these wicked nations. It says, but if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword. And that's talking about the so-called white man coming out through your communities, coming through your lands and murdering like he has done from the beginning, when he kill you in the streets, so on and so forth, you know. So you're gonna die by the sword, and what? You're gonna die without knowledge. You're gonna die without the understanding, man. You're gonna be buffeted and not have no understanding by what happened to you, that you were an Israelite. You're gonna die believing that you was a damn black person, that you was a homosexual, that you was, a Christian. Jake called himself, he say, what's your nationality? He say, Christian. What the hell is that? It says, but the hypocrites in heart heap up wrath. They cry not when he binded them. When he binded them, they cry not. You see? It says they die in youth, and their life is among the unclean. That's right. That's why the wicked, he go and got down, speak on your situation. Listen, the brothers that brought out this truth, everybody gonna say, man, they were wicked, they were evil, they hated America. They were saying death to America. Everything that they say, the Most High is gonna commend us in that thing. But what the wicked say about the wicked Israelites that die in these streets, they get murdered. They speak well of them. Let's go back. It says they die in youth, and their life is among the unclean, man. So you were unclean, you were unprofitable, like it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 16. You were unprofitable. So you die among the unclean, and you know what? The world starts to speak, well, they shouldn't have killed him, and it was wrong. You have to see white people even standing up saying that, yeah, we remembering these people who died. You know why they remember them? Because they spoke well. While they were alive, yet alive, they spoke well of the wickedness of Babylon. While they were yet alive, they were of the world. And when they died, when these so-called black men died, and you see the white people up there championing for them, listen, their life was among the unclean. It's an unclean thing to do anything that is a part of the things of this world. It's unclean to carry on in the ways that don't have nothing to do with knowledge and wisdom and understanding through the scriptures, through the law. So anybody who carry on in those ways, hey, you know what? The enemy gonna speak well of them, right? It says he delivered the poor in his affliction and opened their ears in oppression. So while we in oppression, our ears are supposed to be open so that we can hear the truth, so we can know who we are, so we can know our purpose, so we can know why it is that we are the ones that have no place in understanding. It says, even so would he have removed thee out of the straight into a broad place where there is no straightness. Remove thee from the broad place, move thee out of the straight into a broad place where there is no straightness, and that which should be set on thy table should be full of fatness, man. So we supposed to receive fatness, man. When we supposed to hear the words and the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Once we receive this knowledge in our ears, and we see the righteousness of the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. When we see these things and we open our ears to have understanding, then what? When we open our ears to have understanding, then the Most High is going to give us these wide things, right? So you don't supposed to die among the unclean, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 16 and verse 1, it said, desire not the multitude of unprofitable children, man. But our people steady out here now marching for unprofitable children, marching for homosexuality, for gay rights for the black man and the black woman and the Native American man and Native American woman. Our people are steady lifting up the so-called white man. That's a brood of wickedness, man. Meaning a whole generation, every last one of them have only been nothing but wickedness and folly and madness and evil. And we sitting out here championing for their cause, remembering the Holocaust, which is a goddamn lie. That's in that remembrance, we are forgetting ourselves. We're forgetting who we are. So it says, neither delight in ungodly sons. So we delighting in all the damn football players that don't profit our people nothing, all the basketball players. They all run around here playing some children's game. They don't care about the nation that's being destroyed day in and day out. The damn mud that they come from, they don't give a damn about it, right? It says, though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them. See there? So the fear of the Lord got to be with these people, with the people who we love, you know, with the people who we listen to. Okay. All right. So second Ezra, we're supposed to be receiving wide things, man. This is the Apocrypha right here, right? This is the Apocrypha, meaning the hidden books, man, the lost books, right? So this is second Ezra, chapter 15. And verse Second Ezra chapter 16. No, I think it's gonna be 17. Salakia Israel. No, ain't no 17. So it's 16. It gotta be 16. It says, see, I'm looking for. No, I'm. Second Ezra chapter 7. I'm tripping. Second Ezra chapter 7. Salakia. All right. So it says in Second Ezra chapter 7, and it says, Second Ezra chapter 7. Get this book too. Second Ezra chapter 7, and verse 2. And he said unto me, up Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, speak on, my God.